I'm Anthony McCarron from the Daily News, and I'm here with our Hall of Fame baseball columnist Bill Madden. We're in Cooperstown, New York, where there's a big crowd for this year's Hall of Fame induction ceremonies, which are tomorrow. Bill, this is quite a weekend it's shaping up to be.
It certainly is one of the greatest weekends in Hall of Fame history, and I think especially in contrast to last year when there was no live inductees here and you could have shot a cannonball down Main Street and it wouldn't have hit anybody. If you look out at Main Street right now, it's just a sea of humanity, and it's the same thing in the Hall of Fame itself. You can barely move in the place going from exhibit to exhibit.
Now there's six heavyweights of the game going in, and for us in New York, of course, Joe Torre is a big one. Born and bred in Brooklyn, he ended his playing career with the Mets, started his managing career with the Mets, and then of course went on to 4 World Series championships with the Yankees. I mean, this is a big day for Joe. Well,
it really is. I mean, Joe's our New York guy here, and we're kind of following his travels throughout this great weekend for him, and of course 4 World Championships, and certainly one of the greatest managers in baseball history, and going into the Hall of Fame with 2 other managerial heavyweights in Bobby Cox and Tony La Russa.
And of course you could make an argument, and many people have, including Joe's brother Frank, that Joe is as deserving as a player, as a Hall of Famer. He had a wonderful playing career, 252 career home runs, 2,400 or so hits, but really, as you say, Bill, the managing really put him over the top career-wise to get him to Cooperstown.
Absolutely. I mean, he was a borderline, you could say he was a borderline Hall of Famer. He did very well in our elections, the baseball writers' elections, and maybe with a few more years on the ballot, he might have made it as a player, but certainly the managerial record clearly puts him over the top and way beyond.
Now, Joe has been a very good public figure. He's a great speaker. He was always a good storyteller when he was the Yankee manager, certainly. And so I think his speech is going to be a real highlight of this weekend, something that I'm looking forward to.
Well, yeah, I am too, because as you know, when we covered Joe as a manager, his pregame managerial visits with the writers and everything were just priceless. I mean, there's never been any manager that I can remember like him, as far as he would always have anecdotes, and instead of just giving you the same old drivel about, who's pitching today and why his choices for these people or whatever, he would always go back to his history. And he has a rich history of this game, and he knows his history, and I'm sure that his speech is going to be rich with baseball history involving his own career and careers of others.
Yeah, Joe had a story for every occasion. We're going to hear some of them tomorrow, and we're also going to hear from 5 other guys who are in the Hall of Fame in this class, an amazing class, including 2 other big-time managers.
2 other big-time managers in Bobby Cox and Tony La Russa, and of course the 3 players, we have Tom Glavine and Greg Maddux, both of whom were 300 hitters, both of whom were 300 game winners, and of course Frank Thomas, who's toting 521 home runs into the Hall of Fame. So this is an awesome class in terms of overall statistics.
Now, they're expecting a big crowd tomorrow for the induction ceremonies, 50,000 plus perhaps, so it should be a great day. Hopefully the weather will hold up.